AC, it's about 6:18 right now. Yesterday was a very warm day to even hot for a lot of locations. A lot of us were approaching 90 degrees yesterday afternoon. 88 here in Indianapolis, 89 in Lafayette, 88 in Kokomo, 89 in South Bend. The heat was on Friday, and it's going to be another hot day for us here across central Indiana. I think a lot of temperatures very similar to what we saw yesterday afternoon. It's already in the upper 60s. It is not necessarily a pleasant start to the morning, but at least it's clear. We're seeing a mainly clear sky down at the airport, so we're not seeing any shower or thunderstorm activity. We did a bit earlier up in northwest Indiana, but those are even diminishing as they're tracking across the state. That's all associated with a cold front right now. That's going to continue to move eastbound, and it's really not going to provide us with much of a change in terms of our weather conditions here. So we're still looking at a hot day. It's not ushering in any cool air, and it's really not going to generate a whole lot of shower or thunderstorm activity today. So anticipate another warm one. Temperatures in the low 80s by noon. By 5, we're still looking at a bit of cloud cover, but nothing that's going to obstruct any of the sunshine we see today. High temp in the upper 80s. There might be that stray thunderstorm like yesterday afternoon, but those were very, very isolated in nature. I think a good bulk of the state staying mainly dry through the day today. Highs today in the upper 80s. There could be a few spots, especially in western and northwest Indiana, in the low 90s. 90 in Lafayette today, 87 Kokomo, 91 in Terre Haute, 89 degrees in Washington to start off our weekend here. And then tonight, our lows very similar to this morning, with most in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, another similar summer-like day. I think our degreeage may be a degree or two cooler than what we see this afternoon, but you're not going to notice a whole lot of difference from 88 to 87 degrees. It's still muggy, still unpleasant, uncomfortable. 85 in Bloomington, 87 in Kokomo, 85 degrees in Columbus tomorrow afternoon. And it is going to be another toasty one for the Colts game versus the Rams tomorrow afternoon. 85 degrees by 1, mostly sunny still through about mid-afternoon. 87 by 5 tomorrow. Humidity will be up there too, so an unpleasant 87 degrees tomorrow. It's going to remain dry though, so we're not looking at a whole lot of difference in terms of our sky conditions. We'll see fluctuating cloud cover in and out through the day tomorrow, but we do have precip chances increasing, especially very late Sunday and through the day on Monday. So we're still holding off on any rain chances even through Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. That will mainly arrive in southwestern Indiana by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tomorrow, and get a bit closer to central Indiana as we get closer to midnight. So after that, we are really increasing rain Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. This is all associated with a cold front, so eventually that precip will move through the state during the day on Tuesday. This is our picture by around 5 o'clock in the morning, so it could be a touch soggy for your Tuesday morning commute. With that cold front, we are looking at considerably cooler conditions. Monday and Tuesday right now, we've brought temperatures down just a little bit here. We'll be in the upper 70s come Monday, Tuesday, mid 70s. By Wednesday, once that front finally clears the state, high temperatures in the low 70s. It is going to feel so much better, though, significantly better, with our dew point readings in the 50s and 40s through the later half of our work week next week. With that, too, we're pairing up temperatures below the seasonal high as we end off the work week next week. So most of us are going to see very comfortable conditions, and it looks like those conditions continue throughout the rest of the month. So that warmer air with that front is going to shift eastbound, ushering in some significantly cooler air as we head through the later half of next week. Our Peterman Brothers heating just show a quiet start to the morning. Visibility looks great, so weather not necessarily an issue for us as we step out the door for either you're stepping out maybe for a run, maybe you're heading out for your morning commute right now. I don't think you're going to run into any issues there. South Bend 68, 63 in Kokomo. Indianapolis, you're pretty close to 70 degrees right now at 69. Mid 60s in Bloomington. Evansville, you're in the low 70s this morning. We are not contending with a whole lot of activity in terms of precipitation, even though we have a cold front moving across the state as we speak. This is really passing through on a quiet note. It's not going to give us much of any precip chances, and it's really not going to help us out in terms of temperatures through the day today or even tomorrow. So this cold front just passing through very quietly. It'll develop maybe a few clouds here and there. There might be that isolated shower or thunderstorm chance, much like yesterday, but I think 99% of the state staying mainly dry through this afternoon. High temps are going to gradually warm through the low 80s by noon. That is paired up with humidity levels, so it's not going to necessarily feel so comfortable outside, and then by 5 we're in the upper 80s with winds out of the north at 5 miles per hour. Regionally, everybody in the upper 80s, so the heat is on sun for areas out near Illinois, Ohio, and Kentucky. So unfortunately, if your travel plans take you out of the state, you're not escaping the heat. 88 in Indianapolis, 87 in Evansville, 87 in Louisville, 88 degrees in Cincinnati this afternoon, and then 84 degrees in South Bend. We are tracking the heat and humidity heading into this upcoming weekend. But we are tracking shower chances. That is going to change things up for us here as we head through early next week. Big changes, especially by the end of next week in terms of our temperatures. And we'll show you how cool we could possibly get coming up in my full forecast. All right. Thanks, Steph. Warm. Our temperatures right now are in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees, but we're also starting to see a little bit of daybreak too. Very nice start in terms of our sky conditions right now. We are mainly clear, so no cloud cover really obstructing any of the very light sunshine that we're seeing right now for a few select spots. 69 degrees. There are no winds, so it is a very calm morning for us here too. 69 in Indy, 65 in Bloomington, 65 in Columbus this morning, 63 degrees just north of us in Kokomo to start off our day here. And we are tracking maybe a few light showers that have rapidly diminished just south of South Bend. This is actually all from a cold front, and you would never know we have a cold front passing through the state right now because it is not changing up our weather scene in any way, shape, or form. It's not cooling us off. It's not generating much precipitation or cloud cover. So passing through on a very quiet note here. Through the rest of the day today, expect to see fluctuating cloud cover. There might be that very stray chance of a shower or thunderstorm, but much like yesterday, I think a good portion of the state is staying mainly dry, and then tonight we'll clear it right back out. Temperatures today approaching the low 80s as early as your lunch hour. Partly cloudy skies by 5. We should be in the upper 80s to near 90. Most of us today pretty close to that 90-degree mark, much like yesterday. So not comfortable. The summer-like heat really settling in through the day today. 84 in South Bend, 87 in Muncie, 87 Columbus, and then 88 degrees here in Indianapolis through this afternoon. Tonight, lows fall to the mid to upper 60s, and then we're in store for another warm summer-like day during the day on Sunday. In fact, a lot of us should return to the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. A few spots will be slightly cooler by a few degrees, but I don't think you're going to notice an 88 to an 87 or an 86 to an 85. It is still going to be warm and uncomfortable. And if you do have plans to head out to the Colts game tomorrow afternoon against the Rams, we're still looking at warm temperatures, high humidity. So dress accordingly, but also give yourself enough water, hydrate through the day tomorrow. 85 by 1, 3 o'clock, 86, 87 by 5. So at the end of the game, it is still looking fairly warm to even hot for a lot of spots. Dew point readings are above that discomfort line, so you will notice it out and about tomorrow, but at least we are staying dry. So we'll see a mix of sun and clouds through a good portion of the day on Sunday. You do note there in southwest Indiana, they are going to see a few showers and thunderstorms early on. So by 5 o'clock down near Evansville, you'll pick up on a few thunderstorms. And then eventually by 8, 9 o'clock, more numerous thunderstorm chances will develop in southwest Indiana. Still holding off here in central Indiana and points north. By around midnight, should be approaching the Terre Haute area just south of Bloomington and Columbus. So most of the day on Sunday, if not all of Sunday, is going to stay mainly dry. It's not until Monday where we start to increase our rain chances. They're going to stick around Tuesday and Wednesday as well. And we have a fairly potent cold front that is going to change up our weather pattern by the end of the week. More welcomed, cooler temperatures, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But it's also bringing in more widespread opportunity for showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday, and even into portions of Wednesday. But you'll note our temperatures are going to begin to cool even as early as Monday. Monday, high temp at 78. I think as that cold front approaches the state Tuesday, we'll start off in the mid-70s, and then our temperatures are going to slowly decline as that cold front approaches the state through the day. And then by Wednesday, temperatures in the lower 70s at 72 degrees. With that, too, we are looking at a significant drop-off in terms of dew point readings, especially Monday into Tuesday. We could be approaching that 70-degree mark, so feeling almost tropical and Florida-like to start off early next week. We are going to feel dry, very comfortable air return mid to late week next week. And by the end of the month of September, we're finally cooling things off. In fact, we might see temperatures below the seasonal high as we round out the month of September, all due to that cold front. So that cooler air will arrive, and it looks like we see several more rounds out ahead of us past that extended forecast, past that 8-day forecast, and our Peterman branded forecast, because it does look nice for us once we head through, say, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today, though, we are looking mainly dry. It is going to be a hot one with our temperatures approaching pretty close to that 90-degree mark once again. We're in the clear of any widespread precip chances. There might be that stray pop-up shower like yesterday afternoon, but I think a good 99% of the state is staying dry today. Sunny, warmer afternoon with our highs approaching 90 degrees later on today. Really cool picture to start off our morning here in Martinsville. You can see some of those low-lying clouds. Also a little bit of fog developing here down in Morgan County. 65 degrees for those folks there. Otherwise, most of us waking up mainly dry, quiet with minimal cloud cover at the moment. We're at 70 degrees right now in Indianapolis, 65 in Bloomington, 64 Columbus, 63 degrees in Kokomo this morning. And we are waking up mainly dry, so there's not a whole lot going on radar at the moment. Even with this cold front passing through the state, we have a few clouds up near northern Indiana, passing through parts of South Bend, Fort Wayne. Otherwise, this is not going to cool us off, and this is not going to give us much in the way of precip chances, so it's passing through on a pretty quiet note. Decreasing cloud cover through this morning for a few locations, and then through this afternoon, we might see a few decorative clouds here and there. Some might be able to produce that stray shower or thunderstorm chance, and then later on tonight, mainly clear and quiet. Today's forecast, low 80s by noon. By 5, we'll be in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees with a partly to mostly sunny sky. By the end of the week next week, we're talking more fall-like temperatures, but first we have to get through our rain chances, and we'll time that out for you coming up here in just a few minutes. Jasmine, probably approaching that 90-degree mark later on this afternoon. Martinsville right now does show a lot of blue sky, a lot of sunshine right now over the treetops here in Martinsville. Morgan County shows temps in the middle 60s right now at 64 degrees. We are seeing kind of a muggier, more milder to even warm start for a lot of spots. Upper 60s to near 70 in Indianapolis at 68, 64 in Bloomington, 63 Columbus, 67 in Muncie, 63 degrees in Kokomo for right now. At least we're not picking up on precip. You do note a few showers now moving into portions of Kentucky, but that's staying well south of us through the day today. Cold front is going to move through the state, already making its way into southern Indiana, approaching Kentucky right now. With this, we are not anticipating any precipitation. We're not even going to see our temperatures budge much from this. Our futurecast model does show a few decorative clouds through the remainder of this morning. Early afternoon, there might be that chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm. That's going to take us through later on this evening. Daytime highs today topping out in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. 87 by 3 by 5. We should be at 88 degrees with a partly sunny sky. There might be that stray or isolated thunderstorm chance, but much like yesterday, I think a lot of us will see a primarily dry day. Regionally, a lot of us are in the upper 80s to near 90. So if you want to escape the heat, unfortunately, our neighboring states in Illinois and Ohio also seeing temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90. We do eventually start to see changes after this hot and humid weekend. Showers and thunderstorms will usher in some changes for us early next week. Big changes by the end of next week, too. We'll see more fall-like temperatures. We'll show you how cool we get in my forecast. Approaching pretty close to 90 degrees. We should not be in that position right now. We have another day of that before we start to see some changes here, and hopefully it changes up our weather pattern for the better, and at least feel a little bit more like fall as we officially welcome in fall midweek next week. Indianapolis right now shows temps in the upper 60s still. We have some sunshine, a little bit of cloud cover too, but no precip right now, and a lot of us are starting to inch closer to that 70-degree mark. It's 67 Chicago, 67 South Bend, 63 Kokomo, 68 degrees in the city for right now. We are looking at a clear radar. We have a few showers south of us. That's going to remain well south of us through the day today and pretty much through all day tomorrow. This cold front's going to help keep some of that moisture south, at least for right now. But that cold front that passed through the overnight did not impact us in any way, shape, or form. In fact, our temps are still warm. Our cloud cover is very minimal, and our shower chances are very isolated. So it passed through on a rather quiet note here, and our futurecast model shows intermittent cloud cover through the rest of the day today. There might be that stray shower chance like yesterday, but I think a good part of the state is staying dry today. High temperatures are headed to the upper 80s to near 90. Some spots might break into the 90s today. 90 Lafayette, 91 in Terre Haute, 89 in Washington, 84 degrees in South Bend. Tonight, low temps fall to the mid to upper 60s. Much of the same as we head through the day tomorrow. Now we have the Colts versus the Rams tomorrow afternoon. Last week was a warm one. This week is going to be another warm one too, with our highs in the upper 80s, 85 degrees by 1, by 3, 86, upper 80s by 5. Later on tomorrow afternoon. I think a few spots a little cooler tomorrow, not by much. It's still going to feel a little uncomfortable. warm with our highs in the mid to upper 80s. A lot of spots, though, fall just short of what we see today in terms of daytime highs. 85 in Columbus, 85 also in Bloomington, 87 degrees in Indianapolis. We should see a bright day, though. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, staying mainly dry through the first half of the day and through the afternoon, too. We're really not anticipating much precip. It's not until about late evening where we start to see a few showers and thunderstorms arrive in southwest Indiana. Those will arrive early Monday morning for us here, and they're going to continue to stick with us not only Monday, but Tuesday too. And that's with our next approaching cold front. This is going to pack more of a punch here throughout the state. Temperatures will begin to dip, so it's creating a little bit of progress there in terms of our seasonal highs. A lot of us come Monday where we should be for this time of year at 78 degrees. By Tuesday and Wednesday, we're a hair or two below our seasonal high, and our dew point readings are going to feel so much better once we see that cold front clear the state. Significantly drier air. We're talking dew point readings in the 40s and 50s, and that is feeling so much better than when we see dew points right now in the 60s or pretty close to 70 degrees. After that, I think we're wrapping up the month on a cooler than seasonal note. So you'll note here in our Peterman Brothers Heating and Cooling extended forecast that are here.
Ready for fall,
yes,
Steph.
exactly.
I'm ready.
We will eventually start to see some of that more comfortable and fall-like weather just on time, too. We officially welcome in fall Wednesday here across the state. West Lafayette right now does show mostly sunny skies. You've boosted into the low 70s right now. Everyone headed to the 70s, and as we start off the top of the 9 o'clock hour, most spots are already in the lower 70s right now. It is 73 degrees already here in Indianapolis, 72 Muncie, 71 in Bloomington, upper 60s Chicago, and in South Bend. Right now, radar and storm tracker is mainly quiet. We have a cold front now exiting the state. Right behind that, maybe just a few clouds developing up near northern, northwest Indiana, but it's not producing any precipitation. So we are staying mainly dry, even with this cold front passing through. And we're going to continue to remain dry through the day today through about 1 to 2 o'clock, mainly quiet. There might be that stray shower or thunderstorm chance, much like yesterday as we head through the afternoon hours, but that will remain very isolated in nature. And then later on tonight, we'll clear it out. Today's forecast calls for highs in the upper 80s. Winds will be out of the north and northeast, not providing us much relief in terms of our humidity levels or temperatures. So it'll remain calm in terms of our winds today. High temps should be approaching that 90-degree mark, and that's pretty much a regional trend here with a lot of us in the upper 80s. Eventually, we'll start to see more fall-like weather. We'll time out when coming up in my full forecast.